Hey guys, it's Herb here. Wanted to go over my trade on XELA today. It is February 1st, 2022. We got a move from 65 cents to a little over 87 cents for a 34% gain. And I just wanted to go over this trade, my thought process, my entry, my exits, and let's get into it. So first, I start out on the daily chart. And I've got it right here. So we had a long downtrend and we finally found bottom here on the 24th and gapped up on the 25th with 182 mil volume trade on the day, gapped up even higher on the 26th with a high of 75 cents. And you know, this is a pretty nice move, so over 100% from bottom here. But as we pulled back on the daily, we started a base on this 8 EMA. This teal line right here is the 8 EMA on the daily. And you'll see this a lot where charts move up, they pull back, tap the 8 on the daily, they hold it, and then they just start to curl off and extend off of this this EMA. And so let's get down to a lower time frame here. Let's go to the hourly chart. All right. So where I want to start off is just kind of marking important levels. And so you can start off on the daily, or if you want to start out a little bit lower time frame on the hourly to just get a little bit more information, you can do that. And so first thing I see is right here to the left. This is the 65-cent level that has had some support and then turned into resistance once it broke down below it. You can see here, couldn't get past it. We didn't revisit it until we found bottom and had this move. We have this hourly candle hitting 65 cents as resistance, and then near this area as well, and then right here, and then this brings us to the 31st, and so I thought that we were going to go this day because of how strong we had this move down and recovered. This dip got bought up really well, came up, started to form a trend, and we came down and we tested this 65-cent level and put in a nice higher low and even broke this downtrend right here, but just couldn't quite do it. Maybe just didn't have the volume, maybe market conditions just weren't right, but held up really well into today. And so for me, I knew I was looking for the 65-cent level to hold. I thought, if we came down any lower, it would be too bearish or too weak. And I knew that was going to be my risk. And so here we are. Let's get down to a tighter time frame. All right. So after you've marked all your levels, you've got yesterday's high, 6979. You got the pre-market high of the 7080, and then you got this 73-cent level, kind of double top from this previous day, and then the 75 high, this pre-market high and day high, and it's a cycle level as well. So pretty big resistance, and those are going to be price targets. So as we get our entry here at 65 cents, our first price target is probably going to be yesterday's high, just in case it rejects off there. So even from 65 to yesterday's high you know, it's 7%. That's pretty decent. And then, you know, second price target just a little bit higher, you know, is going to be this pre-market level, which is not going to have a whole lot of weight, but, you know, people just mark pre-market highs, and that's just a habit, a good habit to get into. And after we break, you know, we reject off of this pre-market high, so it does hold some weight, come down, hold this 69-cent area, which also kind of showed some resistance here in pre-market, and after hours yesterday. So I could even mark this now here, the 69-cent. And we held this area. Nice buying volume. And this is where we first get a really nice volume stick. And from here, you know, we blast through the 73. So that tells me, okay, we've got some pretty good strength. But I do know that 75 cent is going to be major resistance. So by the time we get here near 75, I'm almost all out of my position. So, you know, from my entry at 65 to, you know, just under 75, that's almost a 15% move. So double from first price target. And then, you know, after you hit an expected resistance, you also expect a pullback. And so that's just what we've had happen here. And if we go back to the 5-minute candle and kind of look at this VPA, here we go. Pullback, and so this teal line right here is the 20 EMA on the 5-minute, and you could tell we're kind of getting bought up around here. Tried to push back up on this leg, couldn't do it, but these pullback candles right here were such low volume. I mean, this is really low volume, this is low volume. This looks like mixed buying and selling, which is still a good signal. And then as we start to curl up, look at this volume down here. We start to increase as we break back out. And then pull back. You know, this volume is okay. And then boom, we break out over 75 cent with pretty high volume. And pretty much the rest of the day, we just surfed this 8 EMA on the 5. It gave plenty of entry opportunities and places to scale in and to scale out. So re-entries were all around here, and it even held, you know, this pre-market level as well as this first pivot right here. So you see this came down, so this pivot area, it held. So, you know, we got this push up here, touch the 8, another push up, touch the 8, another push up, touch the 8, push up, until finally we get a little bit of extension here off the 8 on the 5-minute, and this is where you have to start looking at your VPA and noticing, okay, we are starting to increase as the price increases, but if you look at the highest 5-minute volume candle of the day, it is this right here. And to me, that is an early exit signal telling me, okay, there's high volume, mixed buying and selling. You know, it's not a full-bodied candle like this. There is rejection up top. The following 5-minute candle, high volume. You know, this is somewhat high volume. And then as we push back up, if you look at these 3 5-minute candles, look at how much lower this volume is than the push up. So we've got these, you know, 4.6, 4.5 mil volume candles, pushing us way up here. And then as we push up here, you know, these are 2.3, 2.5, 3 mil. It's just not enough to push it back up. So for me, my final exit here is the break of this mini trend line as we go into the close. And stop was basically right here under 85 cents. And that concluded the trade for me. But all in all, I mean, this is a very smooth trader. Lots of places to get good entries, especially off of this 78 level. This was resistance here. As it broke it, came back, based over it, and continued higher. You just can't get any better of a chart than this. And, you know, banked pretty good on this one. It was the majority of my day. Definitely on watch tomorrow, and you know, maybe we could see a dollar, spark some penny momo. But that is pretty much it. Just wanted to share my process with you guys, and hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks.